I belong to you.
Family, what it do? It's your girl Toot, and I am back with another video. Pardon my appearance. I know I'm a little moist. I look a little ridiculous right now because I just got finished working out. I ain't even gonna lie, I wasn't even finna turn this camera on. Sometimes I feel like when YouTubers are going through things, that be the last time we want to turn the camera on. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I don't want to turn this bitch on, but sometimes I kind of feel like things is bigger than yourself. So it might be somebody who need to hear what I'm about to say more than me. You know what I'm saying? So let's just rock out with it. You know what I mean? It's Sunday, and for like the last month, I have really not been myself. I think this is a transition period that I'm going through. Spiritually, personally, it's a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like sometimes when you go through these situations, you have to shed your skin. A good friend of mine actually told me that it was actually one of the great analogies that was used. Shout out to my homegirl T. She basically said sometimes you gotta shed skin, you know what I'm saying, to make room for new skin. And she used the analogy as a snake skin. You know what I'm saying? Not basically saying anybody's snakes, but sometimes that's just like the best metaphor to use when it comes to things becoming anew again. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of like where I'm at right now. So even though I woke up this morning just really in a fucked up mood, you know, I decided to take it out on my body because that's what I'm trying to get better at. You know what I'm saying? So I just went and let it all out at the track, you know what I'm saying, cried, prayed, you know what I'm saying, and just while I was working out, just listening to a lot of gospel music, and just kind of like, just trying to let the bad stuff leave out, and just let the good stuff come in, you know, doing whatever I gotta do to be able to kind of just like balance myself out so I can just keep going, because I ain't even gonna lie to you, I'm starting to second guess myself. Well, I was starting to second guess myself when it came down to YouTube, content, myself, friendship, you know, just all types of things. Like, when shit happens, you have a tendency to start just looking at yourself and you start asking yourself questions. You know what I mean? Like, am I fucked up? Or am I this? Am I that? I think it's just human nature to do that. Even sometimes when you don't feel like you did anything. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think that we're set in our own ways so much to where, like, it takes other people to point out certain issues you might have, you know what I mean? And quite frankly, I think that's that transition period that I am. I'm trying to figure out, like, who to let in, who I open my heart to, you know, things like that. Sometimes we get so used to being familiar with shit to where we feel like that's the proper thing to do. You know what I mean? You have a familiarity with people. You have a familiarity with things. So you just automatically feel like those are the things that's supposed to be in your life. But sometimes it's those things that you got to rid yourself of to be able to progress and elevate. You know what I'm saying? You never really know. But you can only go off instinct and off faith. And that's what I'm actually trying to do right now. Because I have no earthly idea sometimes what I'm doing. Especially when it comes down to just trying to, like, rebuild myself. When I got down here in Atlanta, like, the first thing that I wanted to do was start anew with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? My spiritual journey, my personal journey, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, my physical journey, my financial journey. Like, I wanted to start anew with a lot of things. But part of starting anew is being able to rid yourself of old shit that we carry around that we know that we're not even supposed to be carrying around. You know what I mean? And that's something that I feel like that we're all guilty of sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have such a history with things and a certain history with people, to where like when you even think about ridding those things, it just seems so foreign and so unorthodox, to where you like, man, that can't be right. You know what I'm saying? When in all actuality, God might be showing you that is the right thing to do. Especially when things don't make sense to you. One thing I have learned in life is that I have no problem with taking accountability for myself. Because, like, I know I be wrong sometimes, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I'm human, so everything is not going to be done correctly all the time, you know what I'm saying? But I have no problem taking accountability in my faults in that, you know what I'm saying? But then, like, when you, like, absolutely hands down positively don't have any inkling of where something comes from, then that might be a situation that you might want to just like start to consider, like, okay, maybe it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of things that I want to grow from, and it's a lot of things that I want to learn from, but that's it. I got to be able to learn and grow from those things. And if I don't see that it's holding any merit in my life, or it's not something that I know for a fact that I didn't contribute to, then I can't let that shit consume. You can't let that shit consume you. We can't let that shit consume us. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. At the end of the day, people, what we got to realize is that some people just ain't going to give a fuck. You know what I mean? It don't matter how good of a person you are. It doesn't matter what you have done. It doesn't matter what you want to be able to do in the future. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just not going to give a fuck. And some people are just not going to look at things the way that you do. You know what I'm saying? And we got to stop assuming that responsibility. We got to stop like thinking that shit is something we can control, because we can't control that shit. And that's one of the things that I'm really, really trying to learn right now, is it's going to be certain things that I cannot control. And those things that I can't control, I can't let it like, I can't let it consume energy with me, if that makes any sense. I'm speaking completely from my heart right now, so ain't nothing scripted. I don't know what I'm about to say. I'm just completely just coming from my heart, because, like, I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I broke down while I was running today. Like, I broke down so bad, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like, you ever, like, went to church, you know what I mean? And it's like what the pastor is saying, or what the choir is singing, it just seemed to be just talking strictly to you. You know what I'm saying? And it was like I just turned something on this morning, and it was a song I was listening to. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And it's basically saying that God sees the best in you. You know what I'm saying? When everybody else might see the worst in you. And that song held so much, it meant so much to me at that point, because I'm going through a situation right now to where, like, it seemed like I was being judged from what a person might have thought or might have assumed, instead of what really was meant. You know what I'm saying? And it bothers me, because of the simple fact that sometimes, my nigga, you really don't have any, or you don't set out to intentionally hurt nobody, or you don't even know you're doing it. Sometimes you might thinking that you might be helping somebody, but they might look at it completely different. But they look at it as a negative when you're trying to project a positive, so it hurts. You know what I'm saying? And it's some people that ain't gonna understand you where that don't bother you. But then it's the people who mean something to you and who opinion you value, you know what I'm saying, to where shit like that hurts. You know what I'm saying? And I hate when people, like, when they express themselves sometimes, and they talk about, like, what a situation meant to them. Sometimes it get misconstrued as like you're playing a victim, or, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to be a victim. And it's not. Sometimes it has nothing to do with that shit. It's not about victims. It's just about a person trying so hard to express themselves, you know what I'm saying, to somebody else or whatever. And it don't got nothing to do with trying to be a victim. It's just like, goddamn, bro, like, you misunderstanding me right now. Like, I'm trying to tell you what the intent was. You know what I'm saying? Now it's gonna be some people who not gonna get that shit even after you bare your soul, after you say that, and that's cool. You know what I mean? But a person shouldn't feel a certain type of way for just trying to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think that it should be like that. And that's just where I'm at right now, you guys. Like, I'm just trying so hard to get back to that place where the smiles is not forced, or, you know what I'm saying, like nothing is just forced. Like, everything is extremely genuine. And sometimes when I come on this platform, I feel like I'm forcing shit. Like, I'm forcing a smile, and I'm not just really Toot. You know, like the Toot that everybody love, like, or the Toot that everybody can come on here and laugh with and forget about their own issues. And that's what I love about my platform, because sometimes even when I'm like having a badass day like today, you know what I'm saying, I might do something to really like make somebody else's day, and it makes me feel good. But then at the end of the day, I still have to remember that I still have my issues too, that sometimes get swept up under the rug for other people's feelings. You guys, listen. The moral of this video is that you're not going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be a perfect person in life. You have to know when to bow out. You know what I'm saying? I'm such an empath to where, like, I wish that I had that gene that my wife have, that my sisters have, that my sister have, like that other people who I'm cool with have, that gene of just being able just to say fuck folks. Like, man, I want that shit so bad sometimes, bro. Because I feel like if I could just say fuck certain people, shout it, like, it'll make life so much easier for me. But I just have to understand that that's not who I am, bro. Like, I love people. Like, I genuinely love people. Especially people that I love. And from all the people that I have lost so far, and that I'm not able to pick up the phone and call or speak to, dog, the last thing that I will ever do in this life is hurt the people that I love the most. Never, bro. So when somebody can feel that you could do that, it just hurts.